And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
From the shotgun, he'll throw to get this one started. And that is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll lead to a second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
On third down, Jackson. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
On fourth down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. Devontae Turpin to return for the Cowboys. That's fielded at about the 18. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And here we see Dak Prescott taking the field, Mike, coming off what a lot of people thought was an MVP caliber season. He finished runner-up, of course, to Lamar Jackson. And people love to nitpick Dak's game. I don't know if it's because he plays for the Cowboys and people love to hate. But regardless, he is as talented as they come. He is the leader of that team. He needs to have the postseason success that he has found in the regular season. Once he does that, I'm not sure what's left to nitpick.
Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. Still fighting. What a run. Shedding tacklers. Picks up 9 on the play.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. This pass right side taken in by Cooks.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll run with Dowdle. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down. Now, Dowdle. Second and a yard. Now Prescott. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And the Cowboys are going to have a first and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Prescott now. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, Dallas. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to see the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. From 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. A shotgun snap for Prescott. This one caught by CeeDee Lamb. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up. A pickup there of 13. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And the Cowboys are going to be set up. 1st and goal coming up. They'll mark them down at the 6-yard line.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
Prescott to the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal. Dak to throw. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball, and right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
He's got his big tight end, Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
We are through one. 14-0 is our score. We're back to Arlington in a moment. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense make their way out to take over once more. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. On 1st and 10, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Lamar Gonna hang on to it. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Jackson from the gun on third down. To the tight end, likely. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is, and he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch, and even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Cowboys offense and running back Rico Dowdle getting set for this next drive. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter. Looking to run away with this one before halftime. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He's got the open man. That's Jalen Tolbert. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's second and 2. We'll try the right side this time. Up the sideline to the 40. They gain 18 yards on that one. First down, Cowboys.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Set to go now on first and 10. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. Second down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Down the sideline, past the 40. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
First down, Prescott. The open man is Tolbert. And he will score. Jalen Tolbert, touchdown, Dallas. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. The Cowboys will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Ravens offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Now the first carry for King Henry. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. From the gun, Jackson. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Bateman is the motion man. Jackson now on second down. Now he takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Jackson looking to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Now, Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now it's Jackson. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds. And he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design. Sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Aguilar goes off in motion. 2nd down. Jackson. That's complete to the veteran, Nelson Aguilar. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Jackson now. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
This one caught at the 4. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Now Justin Tucker for the point after. The kick is good. And the Ravens get back in it. It is 21-7. The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 2. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So it's halftime here in Arlington with the Cowboys in front. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime reports. It was the veteran quarterback Dak Prescott who had it working in the first half. He got off to a hot start with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, threw another for good measure in the 2nd quarter. So he has been on target throughout.
Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. A return coming from the 14. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. This pass right side caught by Lang. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick as that ball is coming at you.
Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
He'll stay on the ground. And he'll work his way down to about the 41. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He keeps it himself. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the 1st down.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
On 3rd down, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys have run out to a 24-7 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Hardy now with the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready for their first possession of this 2nd half. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Play action now. Jackson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down. shotgun. Here's Jackson. There's the veteran tight end, Andrews. Third and 6. Throwing Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the first down.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On play action, here's Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. He gains nothing. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. Again, it's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. Third down, 3 to go. They'll try and run for this with Henry. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Raven first down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Aguilar goes off in motion. On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And this time, they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Here's Jackson. Aguilar able to make the catch. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. They'll motion over Flowers. 3rd and short, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Open man, left side, he's got it. And this is going to work out. They get the first down. It was 4th and 4, a little risk, but it pays off.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6 because anything less than that after this long drive would be a bit of a letdown.
Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. Bateman is the motion man. To the air one more time with Jackson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here.
And he will get into the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Extra point try now for Tucker. He's got it. And the Ravens back within 10. It's now 24-14. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. Drive will start on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Cooks going in motion. On 2nd down, it's Dak. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Up until this point, this pass rush has been pretty non-existent, so a pretty good time in the game to get their first sack. They're trying to get off the field and give the ball back to their offense and see if they can pull off this comeback.
This a must-stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Open man down the field. It's Ferguson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
I love these crossing routes, Mike. Not only do they put so much stress into the deep layers of the defense, but they really allow the wide receivers to run with the ball after the catch. We just saw a great example why, and it led to a huge chunk play.
Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. They'll stick with him again. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This will be a 46-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. This taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. They'll drop to throw. There's a short one caught by Andrews. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd and 6 coming up. From the gun, Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to have the 1st down and more. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. Clock is stopped. 47 seconds left here in the 4th. They'll need to score and do it quickly. Still 1 timeout left. The final minute, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Well, they hook up again, 2nd time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down. Jackson up top again. A pass pulled in by Henry. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like you did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big...
And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession. So they're still alive, but now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Point after now from Tucker. He's got it. And the Ravens are back within 6. They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for the Cowboys. They put it all together against a very difficult opponent. There are not too many people who were giving them much of a shot coming in, but they rode the energy of this home crowd, got some big plays on both sides of the ball. They're going to come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we say so long from Arlington.